over 12 gallons. We were empty.
Hey, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? EXO coming at you here inside Little Blue. Check it out. We haven't been in this in quite a while. We got the 218s in here sitting pretty with those LEDs. But before we get jamming on this thing, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all the people who watched our last video. It took 3 weeks to edit that thing, but so worth it. Thank you all for all your positive feedback. People are really loving that video. Let's have some fun in the daily driver right here. 2 B2 Falcon 5Ks on 2 Platform 5 18s from PSI. This is like the perfect balancing point for me, at least, for a daily setup. It'll hit 160s easy, a 161.4 maximum SPL, and average 55s plus all day, every day, down into the 20s. So I'm very pleased with this. So without jabbing anymore, let's get these things moving on film, shall we? Have some fun.
Break it down, roll it up.
She can just keep on going and going, and I am not joking. There's not a single smell in this car right now. We're not even making biscuits on the back of the hand. It's always fun to see this stuff flying around though. That is some good excursion there. We're probably, how much are we into the base knob? We were into there about 3/4 on the knob, just because I was standing outside. I didn't want to open the door and then have the subs unload, which means when there's basically no more pressure left, and it just starts moving like there's nothing there. Blah! Subs going crazy. But let's see if we can do one more before I show you what I'm really excited about in this video. When we go back home, I'm gonna show you all 12 subwoofers finally finished. Oh man, are they looking good. But let's get down one more time at least.
Make my toe ring, make it Thompson ties, monster ain't submarine.
my gosh! Look at my head! I look so silly right now, but this is a perfect time. Do you see how, like, my face, it's been years and years, most people know this, but you see how my face gets kind of like, I get so aggressive looking, I get like pissed off looking, but it's just like the natural thing that happens when you're built up in this much pressure. Well, at least for me, that's like my go-to face is like, bleh. So let's go back home and show you guys what I'm really excited about. Just want to get a little bass therapy before showing you the real goods. Let's go. Man, this thing is definitely a beast. Holds its own with even some big boy sound system. So here we are back at the house. I want to show you guys one beautiful sight to behold. Every single last 18 has been finished. We just need to obviously add the soft parts, but I'm waiting for 4 more from good old PSI who just reopened. Whoa, I'm going black there for a second. Here we are. Oh gosh, we're approaching. Are you ready for this? Ready for the glaring light? Because we're in the studio. Oh, look at them all protected. What is that? That's a trash bag. So we can protect those freshly cleaned booties, which I'm actually gonna show a little tip in this video. So I have a RC hobby and I use WD-40 as like tire sauce. It's always worked really well, but apparently you shouldn't use it on everything. So I use some new stuff that I'll show you here in just a minute. But before we do that, let's pull up the skirts on all these guys because the booties really make a difference once they're all clean. Take a look at what we've got. Back plates, baskets. Oh, beautiful gloss white. There's the one without the booty that we're gonna clean here in just a second with that new stuff. And these bags are scented too, so it smells nice and fresh. A nice bunch of fresh 18s, ready for some banging. Ready for some bass. Let's get all these up so we can get a full view of everything. Take a look at what we've got here, everybody. See how clean those booties came out? I'm really happy about that. And that's with that other solution that I was telling you about. It brings back that original look almost like nothing was ever dirty in the first place. I could probably say this a million times, but they are looking fabulous. This is the stuff right here, 303 Protectant Spray. I did a combination of this with some dish soap inside of my sink. I would clean off all the debris and residue on it with the soap first, and then use this on the outside with my hands and just get it into every single groove, and this was the results. Some great results at that. So let's go ahead and take it into the sink and show you how it is from start to finish. And we've got some examples of some PL, a little bit of wood glue and some spray paint, some dust and grime, but we're gonna use this degreaser here first just to get the most of it. I'm really just gonna go to town on the outside and use my hands just to massage it into the rubber. Do the same thing on the inside because that's where the most dust is. Get all that stuff right off by hand. I know it looks a little, unconventional, but to get into these grooves like this, you can either use a paintbrush or just use your bare hands and fingernails. So for this example right here, you can see there's a little bit of build up. I'm gonna use my fingernail and just scratch it right off. Check that out, came right off, no problem. Every time I encounter something like that that can be pried off with a fingernail, that's what I'm gonna do. Now let's give her a quick rinse. Alright, so we're pretty much all rinsed off. I'm gonna actually apply this stuff wet. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it right on just like this. Rotator. This is the exact method that made all those other ones look real good. Massage her into the booty, like this. Now I'm gonna let this sit here with another quick spray on the top like that. All right, it's been another 5 minutes. Now we're gonna completely dry off all the water so we can give her a nice final spray. We are pretty much done. She's looking real good. Oh my gosh, can you even believe this is the same booty? It looks brand spanking new. I am a big fan of that combination of degreasing soap and 303. I'm probably gonna use that on all my booties from now on. So thanks for the guy who said that WD-40 wasn't the best thing, because I did notice it wasn't giving that really big shine that I want. So gotta put this on the last sub. This is the last one of all time. That makes 12 completed with booties. Check it right on there, nice and fits nice and flush. Oh yeah, and I'm also kind of a fan of how these spin like that. When the bass gets going big time, it makes people think that your motors are actually like moving around. So there we go, guys. Sound man, eat your heart out. That's all 12 done. We're gonna be pushing through some more stuff out in the driveway, so be on the lookout for that. We're already filling squares and making that whole thing enclosed, 100%. And I will explain everything in more detail. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing. And as always, be sure to check out Showtime, and I'll keep pumping out more stuff. Really looking forward to the next part, guys. All right, shining out.